What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with an Endymion combo guide. But before we jump into this combo guide, we'd like to give a little bit of disclaimer. The Odds and the Endymion are pretty skillful decks. Now, when I say that, it's the Endymions are very skillful in their own right. They're not a deck that you can just play cards and just be able to get the resources that you want to get to. You have to be able to play your cards in a certain way in order to get the best advantage out of them that you want. For instance, let's start off with a Terraforming, a Odd-Eyes Art Pendulum Dragon, a Spiral Flame, a Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and a Spell Power Mastery. Now, out of all these cards, you can just flop down these cards right here and just get a search if you wanted to. But the way the deck is set up, you want to be able to get cards set up and play them the way that's going to get you the most advantage. Out of these cards that I see right here, what I would start off with would be my Spell Power Mastery. My Spell Power Mastery is going to allow me to be able to get my Endymion Servant and add it to the hand. Now, the reason why I chose to activate this first over anything else, the way Spell Power Mastery works is the way they've got it ruled. If you have this on the field, it's going to count itself, and any others that you have in the graveyard, it's going to count them. So if you have this on the field, it's going to count for one extra counter. Okay, now this is the thing. If you're only going to gain one extra counter out of this plus playing this, if you play Terraforming first and got your Citadel, you're going to get two, but you're not going to get the resources on this that you need for what you really want. Even though you're going to put two counters on Citadel, it's more important to put the counters on this and be able to get other advantage out of the deck. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Next, I'm going to activate Servant, activate Terraforming, put one counter on Servant, then Servant will allow me to get, I won't go Citadel, I'll go into Spiral Flame, I meant Sky Iris. I'll get Sky Iris. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my Sky Iris. That's going to put 2 on it. Then I'm going to activate the Spiral Flame. That's going to put 3. And it's going to allow me to search out Odd-Eyes. And I'm going to get Phantom. So as you can see, this play line pretty much sets up being able to get your Odd-Eyes on board. If you had more of an Endymion type hand, then you'd go for your Endymions and then just go from there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove 3 counters, Special Summon Servant, and then Special Summon a Jackal. Because of Servant's effect, it's going to put a counter on each one. Alright, now I'm going to activate Odd-Eyes Art Pendulum Dragon. Servant's effect will not allow it to add any more cards in the monster zone, but Jackal will. Next, I'm going to activate Odd-Eyes Art Pendulum. That's going to add more counters. So we're already got good, if your opponent wants to negate your Electromite right here, you already got a stop to that. So that's very useful. Now at this time I'm going to use Sky Iris to pop Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Sky Iris will allow me to add a Phantom to hand, and I will special summon Odd-Eyes Art Pendulum Dragon to the field. At this time, I'm just going to link summon away and go into Electromite. Electromite's effect is going to activate, allow me to put Endymion, the Mighty Master, on top of the extra deck. Now at this time I'm going to activate Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon, use Electromag's effect to pop. That will go to the top of the extra deck. I will choose to add, and also too, don't forget about the counters. That will allow you to add 2 more counters, and then Electromag's effect will allow you to get a draw. Alright, that looks pretty good. You get a free Duelist Alliance, but we won't use that for showing you what you're doing here. Alright, now the way this is, you have 6 counters right here now. You could use Endymion, put it in the spell zone, add 2 more counters, and then use this effect to pop. Now, Endymion the Mighty Master, the way his effect works is when he's in the pendulum zone, if they cannot stop it in the pendulum zone, when they say good, activate the effect, and they say good, the second it comes to the field, it's not monsters effects that's activating, it's the pendulum effect. All of it will go through. But remember, if they do not have at least 1 card to pop, you will have to pop at least one of your cards. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Alright, next we're going to activate our Odd Eyes in the pin scale. Gain some more counters. Next we're going to pendulum summon for 2 out of the extra deck and 1 onto the field, which would be Endymion. Next we're going to overlay into our Odd Eyes Absolute. Next we're going to send these to the graveyard, and we're going to summon our Deco Talker, and then our Absolute's effects will activate, allowing us to special summon our Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. And this is where we'll end this combo. At this point in time, we have 4 negates on board. We could put Odd Eyes Vortex in attack mode to bait our opponent. Now when I say that, Mythical Beast Jackal and Odd Eyes Vortex will be our 2 lowest attack point monsters on the field. We're going to have our Phantom Dragon that's going to be able to make it so it can bump up them by 1200 attack points if they're attacked. If our opponent activates a monster effect, we can negate that. Then if they activate a spell after, we can use the rest of the counters to pop Mythical Beast Jackal back to the hand and use that to negate that. Also too, if they decide to target a card, we can tribute off the Mighty Master to negate that, or we can tribute off our Vortex. And also too, we have Vortex in the 2 materials in the top of the extra deck to still spin back into the deck. That will allow us to be able to negate 1 card effect. And also we do have a Duelist Alliance live for next turn. Our pin scales are protected by Sky Iris, and we still have Arc Pendulum effect next turn. If our Odd Eyes does get destroyed, we will be able to come back with it. But that's it for this combo. Alright guys, for this combo, this is like a going second combo. So we're going to put at least 1 monster on our opponent's side of the field that we can use for a target. To start things off, we got 1 Servant, 1 Spell Power Mastery, 1 Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon, 1 Magical Citadel, and 1 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. And this, if you can notice, is more of an Endymion hand, so we'll use it for the plays that we got. To start things off, we'll activate our Servant in the pin scale. Next we're going to activate our Magical Citadel. That's going to put 1 counter on Servant. Next we're going to activate our Spell Power Mastery. That's going to allow us to add our Mighty Master to the hand. Citadel will get a counter, Servant will get a counter, and then through Spell Power Mastery's effect, we'll put another counter on Servant. At this time, we will use Servant's effect to special summon itself. and a monster from out of the deck that can be a spell counter put on it. And we're going to get our Jackal. And then the counter will go on each of them per servant's effect. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to activate our Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon in the pin scale. That's going to give Citadel a counter, and Mythical Beast is going to get 2. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to activate Endymion Mighty Master. Citadel will get a counter. Mythical Beast Jackal will get 2. At this time, we'll use his effect to remove 6 counters from the field. We'll remove 3 off of Jackal and 3 off Citadel to special summon Mastery. His effect will activate, destroying at least 1 monster on our opponent's side of the field. Then it'll end up gaining 1 counter. Now at this time, what we're going to do is we're going to use both our Servant and our Mythical Beast Jackal, and we're going to our Electromite. Our Electromite's effect is going to activate, allowing us to place on the top of our deck a Pendulum monster, and we'll place a Mythical Beast Jackal on top of the extra deck. Next, we're going to activate Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon in the pin scale. That's going to put 1 counter on Citadel. Next, we're going to activate Electromite's effect to pop. That's going to allow us to add Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon right back to the hand, and it's going to allow us to get a draw. Also, Art Pendulum's effect will activate, allowing us to special summon Odd Eyes from the deck. We will special summon Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. At this time, we will activate Odd Eyes in the pin scale. That will make Citadel go to 2 counters. We'll Pendulum summon 2 from the extra deck. We'll get both Jackals. Next, we'll activate our Spiral Flame, putting 2 counters on Jackals, and allow us to get a Odd Eyes Phantom to the hand. Now at this time, we'll just end our boards right here. We have 2 negates for monster effects with our Jackals. We have 1 negate with our Mighty Mastery of Spells. At the end phase, our Pendulum effect will blow up, allowing us to get a Servant and add it to hand. And we'll have a Servant for next turn and a Phantom for next turn, and being able to negate and be able to beat down our opponent. But that's it for this combo guide, guys. Let us know in the comment section below if this combo guide has helped you. Also, too, leave any combos that you might have for the deck and for the viewers. We thank you guys so much for your love and support. We're out.